Humble yourself. Pray. We don't pray no more. Seek my face. Read your word. Want to have a relationship with God. Turn from your wicked ways. He said, then will I hear from heaven. For when you pray, I will hear you then. Forgive you for all your sins, everything you did, and will heal the land. Heal Baltimore City. If my people. The problem is if we get in the church, start praying. Not out in the community. If we in the church, start praying. Seeking, trusting in the Lord. Seeking God's face. My people. God will heal the community if we in the church start being repentant. Yes. You know why the community is messed up? Because the church ain't praying. Mm-hmm. And why the church ain't praying? Because there's nobody in the church to pray. Because that's why Jesus had to say, if one or two are together. Yes. He knew there wasn't going to be no great. Thank God, God said, if there had to be 100 people, we're in trouble. We ain't going to have nothing. Why? Because the more fiber now the nation is forgetting God. And the reason why people would rather go out and walk in the park on Sunday than come to church, even though, here it is again. You would think all this mess going this week, people ran in the door. And I read the Bible. When I read Ezekiel, and God mentioned his people as prostitutes. And he said, the Lord said this. He said, I'm going to speak to you. The Lord said unto Ezekiel, they are prostitutes and their lovers, they pay them to sleep with them. Meaning, have you ever heard of a prostitute paying somebody to sleep with them? Because they didn't want them. And so in order for them to find other nations to sleep with, they had to pay them to commit fornications. That's what we're doing in our country right now. We're paying other people to prostitute our own kids out. I worked in the school system. Uncle Willie worked in the school system. And when I saw where I had this one book, and I think I was out of school for almost 20 years. They hand me a book that the kid I remember this kid was in my class, that I was handling this kid in 1987. Now the book was a 1950s book when I got it. And when I handed this kid in 2000, the same book that I had that was 50 years to read for a skill, something wrong. When I saw 12th graders that we was teaching them how to cut wood and they couldn't read fractions. I was in the school system. And people can say on airway, Pastor don't know what he's talking about, the devil is a lie. I was there. They can't read coming out of high school. And the problem I had, we was in school and they were standing on the school corner of the room in the building, like when the bell rang, they were standing like they were standing on the corner. And I remember one kid cut my class. Then he come to homeroom, and I saw him in the afternoon. So he was standing up there like that. And I said, son, you wasn't in class today. What you doing here? You was in that first period. I said, you cut my class. You know I can write you up for it. So when I knew, I wrote them up, put the slips up. Ain't nothing happened to the kid. So why would you have the slips if you're going to send the kid back to class for cutting? Why is no detention? What the penalty is? But then after a while, I seen the kid again, and I just stood on the corner like he did. And I did like this. And we was standing, everybody was in class. He said, Mr. Allen, why are you standing here? I just want to know why you standing here. And I had to say, I said, son, let me teach you some sense. If you wave at me and you cut my class, then you get yourself, I know you cut, I can write you up. I said, you know ain't nothing gonna happen to you, but what if you do that if you break the law? That's just dumb. Mm-hmm. They don't even have a sense to cover up their mess. And this is the thinking our young people have.
No consequence. No one cares.
And so, I don't care. They want us to write them up. If I write you up, that means I care.
That's right.
If I give you detention, that means I care. Now, I seen one kid would not literally in the schools, and this is a school system. He come in first period, get a 90. This kid was so bright. Get a 90 first period, first semester. Second semester, I didn't see him at all. Third semester, he came to school. Last day of school, he came in and he graduated. They did it all the time. They know a 50 or 60 is passing, so they play numbers. The kid only came a half a year of school and went to the next grade, because the average is he only gonna get a 60. If he get a 90 and you add the 2 points, he still made enough to go to school, to go to the next level. And this is what our kids did. This is what happened in our school system. And most of the social issues I couldn't teach the kids in the schools. Why? I was dealing with social issues. My mother ain't home. Mr. Al, my mother came home drunk. Your mom came home drunk? Yeah, I had to get her. But you're a 10th grader. Yeah, she ain't home. I could take care of my little brothers and sisters, and we go down the corner and get something to eat. No nutrition. Chicken boxes. I ain't never seen kids run down for a chicken box. Fatty foods, nasty grease. And that's why our kids is obese. You 15 with bad fat. Right. You should be the most, at that age, you supposed to be the most sexiest, thinnest woman in the world. You should have 6-pack abs at a 17 or 15-year-old boy. You should not have your fat content should be low. But we eating this mess, and this is our community. And wonder why we raiding the streets. And if we don't get rid of these social issues and these social evils, then our community is going to suffer.
Yes, sir.
If we don't got Christ in our community, I don't care how many meetings we had. I've been to a meeting, and I kid you not. And I'm talking to church folks supposed to be in the meeting. They talking about, well, we need to get education. Yes, we do. We need to get opportunity. Yes, we do. But they left Christ out.
That's right. Wow. That's right.
I said, whoa. I can hear this again. I can take folk out of Egypt, but I can't get Egypt out of folk. The first thing that the Israelites did when they came out of Egypt is made a golden calf.
Right.
Because people say, well, Pastor, that's wrong. Okay, sorry, y'all. Let's be real. They were 400 years in Egypt.
That's right.
That's generational. Yeah. So their image of God is a calf. They going to a God they never seen before. So the only image they had was the calf. So they worshiped the Egypt God. That's why God had to teach them, don't worship other gods, because they got paganism in them. So take about 400 years of depression, and now you're free. What do you do with free? You don't know what the free is. So I can give a person a job, but if I ain't never teach them work ethic, they're going to lose the job. And that's from birth till, let me say this. If you don't instill nurturing in your children now, there's a difference between, I can see children, I have 2 kids in my neighborhood, my daughter and the kids in the neighborhood. And I didn't know how bad I was until I saw this child. My daughter talks with clarity and diction because she goes to a private school, Catholic school, and she's around other persuasion that help her to speak well. One of her friends go to school in the city, mispronounce words. My daughter had to correct her because I couldn't understand what she's saying, because she's saying, you know what I'm saying? And my daughter said, no, I don't know what you mean. You know, being all proper. But I saw two kids, same age, from two different environments. The child, my daughter, is in a computer, can read right now on the third grade level, going to the second grade. For upcoming events, announcements, information, and donation, visit us at www.gpwm.org. Find us on Facebook.
gpw.org.
Faith, fellowship, funding, transforming the community, a community outreach. Thanks for watching the GPW broadcast. If you're ever in the Baltimore area, please visit us at our temporary location, Sunday mornings at 11:30 a.m. Also, you can visit us on our website at www.gpwm.org. Thanks again for watching.
A place where a message can fit.